Good afternoon, everyone. Obviously on the road again. Let me, I told myself last night I was gonna do something with that. But, you know, I had priorities. Anyway, having a great time as expected. No agenda, just different towns. Reminds me of a song. Bob Seger, I think. On the road, here I am, on the road again. Goes to another place with long hair. Is he a this or that? I think that's Seeger. Hell, it could be Bon Jovi with, or even frickin' Motley Crue with Home Sweet Home. Hell, I don't know. But for some reason, Bob Seger popped in my mind. I like Bob Seger. I got to shake his hand once. Yeah, pretty cool. I don't know what the fuck's he's barking at. Or honking at. You too. Dude. That was strange. I'm wondering if he's like warning me that there's a speed trap ahead or what. Interesting. That's weird. And I didn't lose my train of thought. But back when I was talking about meeting some certain people, you know, I met him and actually shook his hand, which was pretty cool. Again, it was just backstage at a concert, and you know, hang on a sec, I'm looking at this. Man, that looked nice. Really nice. Now this guy here, he's hauling the mail, man. I'm passing the traffic lights. I'm doing 95 or so, and that little Toyota is pulling away from me like he's doing 40 kilometers an hour. So he's probably doing 130. Not bad, but it's fast. But anyway, people go to see other people in concert. When they're in town or passing through, they'll just show up and say, hey, I'm whoever. I'm Pete Townsend, and I want to see whoever. Oh my God, yeah. You're in, right? And if you're in, that, I think, fortunate, I mean, like, pretty damn cool to be able to be backstage somewhere. Because I'm always a back behind the scenes kind of person anyway. In restaurants and construction and manufacturing, I like to see how stuff is done. And that to me is more fun than actually watching the show. I actually literally like beneath and behind the stage with the crew, watching them rock out, man. You can really dream, you know, like Jukebox Hero, right? You can dream. But anyway, so shook his hand. BTO, Bachman Turner Overdrive, saw them. Steve Miller. Like I said, I could rattle off a bunch, but I don't want to sound like I'm bragging. You know what I mean? That's why I don't talk about shit, because people, nice herd of cattle there. Yeah, A, half the time they're going to think you're full of shit, and B, they're going to think you're bragging, and C, I don't like to brag. I don't enjoy. Oh, I caught this 40-pound king. You know what I mean? I may have some pictures of it, or the 6'2" sturgeon I caught in the Snake River by Strike Dam, below Strike Dam in Idaho, with my uncle and his neighbor Richard. You know, we hit the road at dark 30, dark, 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. and go out, then go down dirt road, and then you're at the dam, and then we're big ass weights, slinging them out there with cut bait, right? And once you feel that pulling, like, yeah, I got one, but I reeled in one. You're not allowed to take them out of the water, okay? So if you're gonna measure it, you gotta get in the water, and two guys get in the water and cradle it, right? Because if the park ranger sees you, you're getting your fishing license taken away and fined. Now, in Alaska, they can go as far as confiscating your vehicle if you poach or something like that. I mean, they really hammer it home. Don't do this, right? So we follow the rules. We did not remove it from the water, but you can do your selfies or whatever, your proof pictures, right? So one guy's measuring it, head to tail, stem to stern, right? And this thing measured at 6'2" long, taller than me. I was still bigger around than it, but I could put my arms in a hoop, and it was that big at the girth, at the biggest point. And there was this guy from the Boise U or University of Idaho, I don't know, some guy doing part of his research or whatever, and he said, that fish is over 100 years old. I was like, really? I had no idea. I mean, I just thought, it's a big fish, Yeah, but he said, no, that's well over 100 years old. Pretty cool. Of course, that's on print, not freaking digital, so can't prove it. But like bragging, I don't like to brag. I don't like that. I really wish Daz was with us. I love Daz, okay? Okay, if you're adult enough to understand what I mean when I say I love him, that's great. I appreciate that. If you think otherwise, move along, okay? I mean, he is the nicest, most sincere, honest, caring friend you can have. Okay? He's what I would say in that circle of trust that I spoke about earlier. And he is so fun to travel with. I mean, when he's in Pattaya and I'm in Pattaya, we chum around all the time, right? We hang out all the time. But when we travel, he's like me. He doesn't care. Where do you want to go to dinner? I don't care. Where do you want to stay? I don't care. You know what I mean? Easy. So easy. No whining, no complaining, no waking up on the wrong side of the bed and showing up to breakfast fucking grumpy. You know, like some sourpusses that I've encountered in my day. There went a beautiful truck, looked just like Dave's truck. Shit, man. Maybe that's what that truck was honking at back there. Saying, hey, Dave's coming. I gotta get to Dave's house. And Bobby's. Well, Bobby's in the States now. But anyway. So, God damn, man, these bumps are distracting. I distract myself, so I can't blame the bumps. So I'm gonna, I really shouldn't pass. But I'm gonna. I'm not romping on it, okay? I'm passing this truck. Construction zone. It's got a no passing line. But I've passed him. And I'm still seeing over the hill. And there's still not a car. Oncoming car. So, that, you know, you can break the law safely if you're paying attention. And you don't have to go, and then slow down. Now I've really lost my train of thought. Bumpity, man, it makes me... I gotta have my back checked. Right between my shoulder blades. That disc, or vertebra, when I hit a bump, man, it lights up. And, I wish I had my inversion table, they call it, or inversion bed. I had a real one from the original inventor out of California. I forget the name, but I got one of those from Fred Hutchinson Cancer Institute for free. We were doing a job there, and there was this back room full of equipment, junk, and stuff that they've like written off. And I said to the soup from Lease Crutcher Lewis, now Lease Lewis Builds. I said, what's the story on this shit? He said, it's part of our contract. We got to haul it off, you know. They're not going to use any of it. No. It's junk to them. They've got their use out of it. I said, well, I'll take that. He said, yeah, get it out of here today. So I threw it in the back of my truck and went home and commits to cleaning it off, you know, out in the sun. And, you know, let it dry out. And, man, frickin' A. Got on that sucker. It's got adjustments, right, for like your fulcrum, right? Where do you need to be to do this so you can just go back, you know, up, down, you know, with your natural body movements, right? Like put your hands above your head. Okay. Oh yeah, cool. I'm going back. You know. Oh, and then I put my arms forward. Oh, I stopped. You know what I mean? I thought this is cool, man. So by this time it's in the garage, and I go in there and I go, I'm gonna hang upside down, man, because I just felt like I needed to stretch my back. So I'm locked in, right, all set to go, and I lean back and I go, oh, this is cool. And then I got to this pivot point and I went wham! I just went straight down. I was literally hanging upside down. My back was not against the board. I was vertical and it was up against the stop. So I'm just hanging by my ankles. And I cannot get back to vertical or horizontal the other direction. And I'm yelling for my wife. She's in the house and she can't hear me. And I'm like, I couldn't even tip myself over. I mean, I was like screwed. Finally, my dog heard me, and he starts, little Jack Russell. God, I miss him too. But he starts barking and clawing at the door inside the house. That got her attention, and she comes out and goes, "What the hell are you doing?" I says, "It doesn't matter. Just get me off of this thing." So from then on, I had, tie down straps, not the ratchet kind, but you cinch them down, and I had them hooked over the bottom of the thing, and then so it can only go to vertical with my back against the thing, and then I adjusted the tweak points. But I was like, I am not doing that again, and I love that, man. And my doctor said that's really, really, really good for you. He said it's actually good for the brain. 10 minutes. For your back, stretch your back, right? Take that pressure off of the day. And 10 minutes is actually good for your brain. I've never Googled it or anything, but that's what my doctor said. Maybe he was tired of having me as a patient and wanted me to stroke out. Anyway, I'm 16 and a half minutes, so I think it's about it for today. All right, man. Again, I appreciate you watching. I got a message from YouTube. I've got over 5,000 watch hours. That's you. I mean, yeah, I'm talking to the camera, but you guys are watching. I really, sincerely appreciate it. I really do. I mean, it's like, it just blows me away. So, anyway. Yeah, I appreciate it. You guys have a great day or a great evening wherever you find yourself in the world today. I hope you're safe, your family's safe, there's no traumatic things happening, none of that. I just hope you're all good, man. Thank you. Bye.